And we are live. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We are on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you're joining us, just let me know from where, if it's Facebook or YouTube. And I know where you're telling yourself, what the heck is that? I'm on Ray Perez social media and I see this gorgeous blonde women. I should check out his social media more often, right? So my name is Ludivine Flights, and I'm actually the wife. I'm Ray's wife, and I am tonight with Kareem, who's an online branding expert, Cheryl, and Julian Camacho, and they're going to talk today about our upcoming event, which is tomorrow, and you don't want to miss out about this event. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Do we have the comment section that works? Let me see. Yeah, it's here. All right, because I see some people joining us. So let us know from where you're joining and which social media. If it's Facebook or YouTube, I would like to know. And my name is Ludivine. You can see it. I know it's a little complicated. Lulu, it's fine. So Kareem, who's the online branding expert, she's from Colombia. She's going to introduce herself. She's a branding expert. She's very popular and famous in Colombia. And tomorrow she will be sharing with Ray about personal branding and the importance of having a personal brand in this, economy with this new, new stuff that are going on. It's important to have a personal brand. So Kareem, can you introduce yourself and tell us more about who you are?
Absolutely. Well, my pleasure to be here in this show. Now we can do shows anytime, any day. So I'm an online branding expert. I specialize in entrepreneurs and business people in Latin America. I also do it in the US. And what I do is I work with coaches, trainers, speakers, consultants, and authors to create a personal brand, expand their message on a global scale, and attract clients instead of going chasing after them. So they can raise their prices. They can work with the best clients that are willing to go and they pay the extra mile for working with the best.
We all want that, right?
Yeah, of
We
course.
all want this. And then we have Julian. Julian, can you quickly introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, my name is Julian Camacho. I am a video marketing expert and I have been in the video space for about 15 years. I've been working with Ray for about 10 years. So I definitely have been a long fan and a long collaborator in the entire philosophy of personal branding. Specifically in the past 5 years, that's what Ray and I have been focusing on. We built this entire team circled around this concept. So one of the things that Ray and I always talk about specifically when it comes to video is that a lot of videographers out there, a lot of freelance filmmakers are out there, and they can create some amazing, beautifully shot videos. But the question is, do those videos translate into sales? Are they effective? Can they convert the audience? And so that's something that we've really been focusing on, creating videos that can sell, that can help business owners and entrepreneurs expand their business, expand their exposure, and increase their audience so that when it does come time to have those sales conversations with the aid of video, with the exposures, all working together with personal branding, it's just such a much smoother conversation to have. And it's an easier way to have those incredible numbers when it comes to lead generating and closing sales.
Awesome, Julian. And we have the beautiful Cheryl Otero. How are you, Cheryl?
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me. My name is Cheryl Otero. I'm the client services specialist, and I work with an amazing team that, does wonders. It's one thing to have someone do your social media, someone to do your branding, someone to do your videos, someone to do the copywriting, the language, but to have a team that pulls it all together and makes it such a cohesive unit, like you have it all there and it works great. And we have an amazing team, like I said. So great educational system. You definitely want to check it out.
Awesome, Cheryl. So we have Roy Smooth from UK that just sent us a little message. Hi, Roy. He said, Roy Smooth, the cool branding guy from the UK.
Awesome. Great to have someone also in the branding game coming in from across the pond. So welcome, Roy. Welcome to the show here. We have a little bit of looks like a bit of a technical issue on Lulu's end. She's a bit on the frozen side, but Kareem, can you hear me okay? Awesome. And
have an event.
Oh,
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, we lost the connection.
You're back.
That's right.
Awesome.
So
yeah. So Roy, if you have any comments or questions about personal branding, we'd love to hear it. Very awesome to see how important branding is all over the world, not just here in the U.S. So the fact that we have branding
it's
experts,
global, right?
It's global. We have people in Colombia, all over South America, in the UK, and I've no doubt that I'm sure branding is super important all over Europe and Asia. So it's just something that people are now finally becoming attuned to and realizing how important it is. And Lulu, just like you said, especially right now during this entire COVID-19 situation, everyone's at home. Many people are not working right now. And so the question becomes, how can you do what you do for your clients, but from home? And how can you, more importantly, build your business from home? And I think it's also something that's interesting is that, yes, right now everyone's kind of stuck at home, but that could also be an asset because now everyone is hungry for content. Everyone's eyes is on you. Everyone's eyes are on the computer, on their screens, on their phones. Everyone is looking for valuable content. And Roy said that perception is everything. And yes, 1000%. Perception is
everything. Absolutely. Okay. So Kareem, can you quickly tell us what are we going to get from the event tomorrow? What are the tips or teaching you're going to share with us tomorrow along with Julian and Ray?
Yes, well, it goes along perfectly with what Roy have shared, that perception is everything. So what we're going to talk about tomorrow is how everybody or whoever wants to build a personal brand can elevate it to a celebrity status. And that celebrity status is actually a formula connected to perception. So there is certain keys and certain tips that if you know how to use them in the right way, are going to elevate your perception. So people wherever in the world that connect to you, to your brand, are going to see you and perceive you as an authority in what you do. And they're going to be willing to pay the real worth of your work and having the best people wanting to work with the best professional. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. And also we're going to discuss what are the most common errors that people are actually having right now on their online presence, because before people didn't really think much about what is their first online impression, because now we don't have a first impression in person only. We do have
at home, right? Impression. Yeah, we need
exactly.
Correct. We need to build a beautiful brand, a beautiful personal brand, because as Kareem said, we don't have this first contact impression. We don't see each other face to face. We see us online. I mean, we see each other through the digital, and like Roy Smooth said, perception is everything. So if you look like a rock star, well, people are willing to pay you more because you look like a rock star. Now, Julian, you're going to talk about videos tomorrow, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you share a little bit more about the branding related with the videos? What is it so important that the videos does with the branding? Is it they're like twins, right?
Yeah, I like to say that because we have an event called On Screen in 2 Days, and it's the sequel to Brand in 2 Days. And the idea is that we want to make sure that everything is congruent. All your marketing, all your branding, it's got to match. It's got to have integrity. What you say and what you do has to kind of match. So when you have your branding done, when you have your digital assets, like a profile picture, like some kind of email signature, similar to what I have behind me of myself, you want to have something that positions you at a higher level. And then once you have all your language and designs in place, then you want to start doing video, because video is the most powerful form of communication, especially right now. Video is something that translates in both motion picture and sound. So you want to be seen and you want to be heard. If someone's not watching, but they're still listening, you still want to be able to communicate your message. And if for whatever reason your video is on mute, they can still at least see that you're a person, that you're a rock star, that you're an expert at what you do. And most likely it's going to have some kind of caption so they can at least read about you. but just a video in general is always going to be more attractive to the human eye than any kind of article or headline or meme or still image. Once you have some kind of video, some kind of motion, it's going to be able to get people less distracted and just glue people into what you're saying. Plus, when people see you in a professionally produced video, they automatically assume that you've reached a certain level of success. Mm-hmm. So the idea behind most branding is that it's all about the amount of exposures that people have towards you. So the more they read about you, the more they see about you, the more they hear about you, the more important you seem, the more elevated your brand is. Because brand really is just another word for reputation, right? Mm-hmm. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room. That's what Jeff Bezos always says, and it's absolutely true. So video, you can communicate everything that is about your branding at a much quicker pace, right? People can watch a 1-minute video much quicker than it is to take a 3-page article. And chances are people don't mind watching a 1-minute long video, but they might hesitate before they read an article about you or before they read an entire description, at least not until they know you a little better. So video is also really good to make a really strong first impression. And then once they see the video, once they see that you are who you say you are, mm-hmm. and more importantly, that other people talk about you in your video. So in tomorrow's event, we will definitely get into the power of third-person testimony and how important it is to hear those client success stories specifically in video, and as long as it all matches your brand.
Perfect, Julian. Thank you so much for sharing this. And for those who are just joining us right now, yes, you are on Ray Perez social media. My name is Ludivine. I'm Ray's wife, and I am with Kareem, Julian, and Cheryl, and we're talking about the event we're going to have tomorrow at 7 p.m. about personal branding and why is it so important to build your brand right now in this digital world, right? You need to have a digital presence, and you have to have a personal brand that is congruent to who you are and put it out there thanks to videos. Now, Kareem, can you tell us who are the perfect audience? Who's this event is for tomorrow?
Okay, so there is 2 ways to answer that question. The first one is if you're the person who does the most sales in your company, right? If you're the one who does most of the percentage of the sales, the second question that you'll need to answer is if you are in direct contact with your clients, right? And the other one is if you're the face of your business. So if it is yes to all of those 3 questions, then most likely you're going to find all the value in the webinar tomorrow. And then the other way to answer that is if you're a speaker, an author, a trainer, a coach, a consultant, because at the end of the day, that's the same thing that the other 2 questions. So anybody who's really willing to see what the real results of building their personal brand can bring for their own business results.
Very cool. Super. So if you're a coach, right? If you're a real estate agent, anybody who's the face of their businesses, if you're the one who do the sales with the customer, you're the brand, right? You're the person in the front hand. So this event will be for you. And this event is a no-cost event, so no worries. We're sharing with you all the knowledge we have, and it's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Now, Kareem, I have another question for you. Would you say that personal branding is no longer for influencers? Anybody can have access to personal brand?
Absolutely. Because influencers is a type of personal brand. Okay, then everybody else,
especially on social media, everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to have a lot of followings. So can you explain why now everybody can have this status and why personal brand is accessible to everybody?
Yeah. So now people want to research who they're going to do business with ahead of time. They want to Google them. They want to find out who they are, who have they worked with. So it's not necessarily, or most of the time, it's not related to what a influencer does. A personal brand can become an influencer, and at the same time, it's another type of communication, because it's the new business card, is the new curriculum. How people find out about who you are is no longer only based on whatever you say about yourself. It has more power and what people find out about you online, and especially what are the testimonials of the people that have worked with you that have said and attest the good work and the good professional you are.
Very nice. And we're going to repeat ourselves, but remember that personal branding can build or destroy your trust and credibility. So you really have to come with an expert who knows what they're doing. And Kareem has, I don't know, 10 plus years of experience, right, Kareem? I don't even know. 15 years, and Ray,
No,
same thing. Yeah.
It's 10, around 10.
Okay.
A decade.
So we have some comment here. Let me see. We have Diego that says, I always learn a ton during these short live sessions. Well, we're happy and glad to provide knowledge and you learn. We're very happy about that. So true. He says, so true. I research everyone I do business with or interact with professionally. That's true. We Google it, right? I'm going to Google Julian Camacho. I'm going to Google Kareem Raymond. I'm going to Google Cheryl Otero. And I'm going to base my perception on what Google is going to tell me, right? Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm. And Lulu, and especially in this day and age, people do business with people that they like, know, and trust.
Absolutely.
Now, so many times, previously, people be able to go into a certain brick and mortar store, work with people directly in coaching situations and so forth. Now we have to build that trust across online. Okay, so great distances. So you want to make sure you have that perception out there. You want to be found, you want to be known, and you want to be able to tie it all together. So that's why the personal branding is important, to have that consistency across all of your social medias.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So if you guys joining us once again, we have an event tomorrow at 7 p.m. About personal branding and how to build a personal brand online to attract more leads and more referrals, especially in that digital world we're in right now. We're all trying to adapt ourselves with the new media, Zoom, and all the online, technology. So we're all in the same boat, and we want to provide you guys as much as content as we can. That's why we have Kareem. We have Julian, Cheryl. Tomorrow, Ray will be on as well. Maybe I'll do a little session about social media as well. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. You guys have any final thoughts or any other comments you would like to share? Or maybe we can take some comments or...
Yeah, absolutely. Some questions and maybe if you posted the link
right now.
whoever wants to register.
So if you guys have some comments or questions or feedback, just please drop it in the chat and we will read you. And I'm going to drop the link for tomorrow's event.
Yeah, another great thing about tomorrow's event and just about personal branding in general is when you invest time in your brand, once you have something that's professional looking, you end up saving a lot more time when it comes to anything moving forward. If you got to do multiple things in business, because we understand that business owners and entrepreneurs, they are incredibly busy, juggling so many activities, managing their clients, trying to improve the revenues, making sure that the systems and processes are well in place, making sure that everything's running smoothly, all of that, financing. And so marketing, especially on social media, seems to be the last thing on most people's minds. However, when you have a really strong brand, when you have a really strong personal brand, you end up actually having to take less time with your marketing, because now people start to associate you with whatever it is that your industry is or whatever it is that you're the expert of. So for example, I'm in video marketing, and because I have a personal brand that has with video marketing, when people start to do a little more research on video marketing itself, or they do research on me, they find those both ends linked together. Another great thing is when you decide to start a new business, or when you decide to have a new revenue stream, a lot of people have to start from scratch, right? They got to, because they put so much investment and so much time in their logo of their business or in their business's brand. Once they start a new business or they have to pivot, it's got to start from scratch. They got to start all over. They got to rebuild their list. They have to attract a whole new audience. But if you've already put the time and effort into your own personal branding, it doesn't matter what next business you have, you get to keep your same audience. And that, I think, is one of the biggest benefits of making sure that you have a very strong and elevated, celebritized personal brand.
Because it's about who you are, right? It's not about your industry or your company. You can have like 10 different companies, right, Kareem? And still have the same brand, because it's who you are as a person. And as a person, your core value and who you are don't change. So, because some people, that's right, they say they don't want to brand themselves, they don't want to be the face of the business, even though they are. They rather invest, in the company, in the logo. And at the end, they realize that my logo never sold me anything. My company never sold me anything. I'm the first, I'm the person who is in contact with the customers. So invest in your personal brand. That would be the idea. So tomorrow you'll have all the foundation and all the tips on how to do this. Should we play a little video about the event for tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me see the video. All right, so we're gonna play a little video to show you guys how the event looks like. We used to do it live, so we used to have a studio in Miami. Obviously, because of the COVID-19, now we're not doing live anymore, but we're doing it live but online. So let's check the video. Virtual, absolutely. Thank you, Julian. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Ray Perez, global branding expert, and this is Brand in 2 Days.
What I like best about Brand in 2 Days is being able to intermingle with so many experts in whatever their specific spaces are.
The fact that I literally went from not knowing what direction to go in, how to present myself. I mean, I was just completely lost, and now I'm focused and I'm very clear about what I need to do, and that's life-changing for me.
A brand in 2 days is amazing because you literally brand in 2 days. So there's none of this back and forth. It was just such a gift to be able to actually get it done there.
The whole experience of being with business owners and entrepreneurs.
And it's not just the education. You walk away with actual branding material, photography, videography, your own 360 site. The types of people that can benefit from Brand in 2 Days are people like authors, consultants, speakers.
Anyone who is really the face of their business.
Anyone that's in the coaching industry.
And really anyone who wants to build a strong presence on social media.
Awesome. So that was during the live event. Like I said, right now we're doing online virtual. So the good thing is you don't have to go anywhere. You stay in the comfort of your home. It saves you money, right? You just stay home. So tomorrow we're not going to build your brand, but we're going to give you some tips for you to be able to build your brand. And I would like Kareem to give us one tip right now. If you would have one tip to start building your brand so people can implement right now, what would it be so they get excited for tomorrow?
Oh my God. So I think the most important thing for someone that's going to build their brand is the verbal communication, which is the expert title. The expert title is something totally different than the position in your company. Like, people don't care what is your position. People care what can you do for them. So whenever you're going to communicate who you are, just building that expert title that is going to have people to be curious and to see that you're an authority in what you do is the main pillar of everything. And then after it goes the unique selling proposition. What are the results that you offer to people, and what are those benefits of those results? Because people don't buy products or services. They want results for their lives.
Absolutely. Great advice. So tomorrow you'll have an entire list and checklist of tips on how to build your brand with Kareem and Julian for video. Same thing. I'm going to ask you just one tip for video. What would be your tip, your major tip, about video? What would it be?
So it's very similar idea. You want to, once you do have an expert title, make sure that it's written out. Make sure that it's actually like visually typed out into your video. I can't tell you how many times I'll watch an awesome video, even if it's like a live situation, you can still find apps and you can still find ways to have, just like it is right now, you see a Julian Camacho video marketing expert. And I'll do a tip and a half. Make sure that you put that thing, your what's called a lower thirds, having the text of your name spelled out at least 3 times throughout the video, in the beginning, the middle, the end. And at the very end, this is the most important thing, even more important than having your name written out. Make sure you have a call to action. By the end of your video, people need to know what website to go to, what number to call, what's your Instagram handle, whatever it is. Have somewhere where your audience can learn more about you, learn more about your services, learn in general, everything. And in my case, so if anybody wants to learn a little more about myself or video marketing, all you got to do is go to jules360.com. That's JULES 360.com. So it's very simple and easy to learn. And by the end of it, hopefully I'll get some people who will visit me afterwards. And that's pretty much the purpose of every single video, to make sure that you are inspiring your audience to take action afterwards.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Julian. And Cheryl, one more thing. Why would you say people should attend the event tomorrow? It's a no cost event. So apart from the fact that it's free, why should they attend tomorrow?
Well, it's always good to focus on you and focus on your business. A lot of times we take things for granted. So get in there, search for your own links, search yourself, see what you can find, see how easy it is for you to find your own social media and your own links. How easy is it for you to give it to someone? What if you had a radio spot? Then they said, tell people how to reach you. Give them a call to action. Like Julian said, 2.5 seconds. You know, what is that? Well, mine is Cheryl360.com and everything's already connected there. So make sure you have all of your items put together and take the time. It actually, when you attend these webinars, you take the time to focus on what's important for you and your business, and that will get you great success.
Awesome, Cheryl. Thank you so much, everyone. So tomorrow, you want to mark your calendar at 7 p.m. I dropped the link in the chat.
7 p.m. Eastern. Just make sure, because there are people from all over the world.
Correct. Thank you for reminding us this. 7 p.m. Eastern time. We hope you're going to be able to make it. I dropped the link into the chat, and you learn a lot of things. Believe me, you'll learn so many information with Kareem, with Julian, with Cheryl, and obviously with Ray. That it's going to be for you the first step, at least, to implement and to try to build your personal brand. So you don't want to miss tomorrow, 7 p.m. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Kareem, Julian, and Cheryl.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
what a great host. We're going to tell Ray not to come back.
Bye-bye.
There's a new sheriff in town.
Thank you for joining us live, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.